You ever get paid on Friday and by Saturday you're already doing math in your head just to figure out if you can afford groceries? That's not a personal finance problem, that's a systemic one. And a lot of people out here are feeling it right now. Take a look at what folks are actually dealing with.
This is what I'm struggling with in America right now in my 20s. Why is everything so expensive? Why am I making more money waitressing than I would make using my college degree? I barely have a life. I have 2 days off and I work Wednesday to Sunday, doubling just to pay my bills. At 22 years old, all of my bills are in my name. I have no help. How are y'all affording housing? In Myrtle Beach, a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,500. How are y'all getting insurance, going to the doctor, getting medicine? And then some of us are trying to be TikTok influencers. Who knows where that's going to get me? Me and my boyfriend are saving, but we barely see each other during the week, and it feels like we're working our off for nothing. Do we need to move somewhere for a better job opportunity that we don't know about? Do any of y'all really know what you want to do with your life right now? It is so scary being in America right now.
Hi guys, I'm really stressed today. I just went to the grocery store, bought 10 items, and it was $80 freaking already. I literally have $10 left on my account. So a little backstory. I got laid off from my job a month ago. And I've been applying for jobs months before I got laid off. Sent out hundreds of resumes already. Applied to hundreds of jobs on the internet, remote and on-site. Tailored my resume to every position that I applied using ChatGPT. Went to only a few interviews. And still nothing. Like, what the f*** is going on with America right now? Like, it's so freaking hard to live here. Like, I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs. I'm gonna keep showing up. But man, my bills are not going to wait.
What am I doing wrong? I work every day and I'm still broke. Like, I have a decent job. I make some decent money, but I live out here in Cali. Like, bro, as soon as I get paid, I have all these bills stacked up, bro, that shit wipes me clean. Like, fuck, I got no money left over. Making $100,000 a year doesn't get you anywhere nowadays.
Y'all, I just went today and got my driver's license renewed, my car tags renewed, picked up 2 prescriptions, and got a few groceries. To say that I'm completely broke now is an understatement. So I'm going to have to go home and start selling off my furniture to be able to live the rest of the month. I mean, that's just, it's unbelievable. And my heart hurts today. Truly hurts for people who are not able. And we're living in some rough times, really rough times. And we need to be praying for all those around us who are not as fortunate as we are to be able to do the things that we need to do. I'm not talking about extras. I'm not talking about going on vacation and doing fun things. I'm talking about living, taking care of your vehicle if you can even afford a vehicle, putting groceries on the table, buying medicine, the things you have to do. It's sad. It's very sad.
Yeah, and what you're seeing here isn't a personal finance problem. These are people who showed up. They got the degree, they took the jobs, they moved out on their own and did what they were supposed to do. The system just isn't holding its end of the deal. Wages have been flat for years while the cost of literally everything has gone up dramatically. That gap right there, that's where people are falling through. And look, I've been saying this for a while now. If you're not already running as lean as possible, the time to start is before you hit the wall, not after. Get out of debt wherever you can. Cut anything that isn't essential. Because the people who build that buffer early are the ones actually weathering this. There's more.
Bro, the cost of living is insane right now. Like, what are we doing? I swear before COVID, in my area, $20 an hour was like, you balling, you good. Now, people that making $20 an hour, I'm like, man, how are they surviving? Like, this is insane. Fast food places are paying $20 an hour now. So $20 an hour is the new $10 an hour. Obviously, all of this is relative to where you live. So my $20 an hour, where I live in Northern Virginia, may be your $16 an hour, or maybe you're $30 an hour. It all really depends on where you live. Like, I can't be the only one that sees this stuff. Like, I can't be the only one that understands what's going on. And it honestly worries me that there's some people out there that make less than that. Like, think about the people out there that's making minimum wage. Like, probably have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make up for, you know, a livable income. It's insane.
Can we talk about inflation for a second? I went for a run and, as you know, have my best thoughts when I was running. And I was thinking about how the other day I went to Larchmont and I ordered a matcha. It was $6.25. And when they punched it in, it said $7.50. And I was like, excuse me, why does it say $7.50 when you've punched it in? And she's like, oh yeah, we raised the prices, but we haven't updated the board yet. And I was like, and she said, oh, also if you want almond or oat milk, it's gonna be an additional 75 cents. And I'm like, well, I will not be having that, thank you. I'm not spending $10 on a matcha, which PS, I don't like that I drink matcha, but coffee gives me anxiety, so I had to switch. I know it's bougie. But anyway, $10, like, with the tax, with the tip, that's insane. And then I went to my local coffee shop and the same thing happened. I ordered my matcha, it used to be $6 and now it's $7.50. I'm no mathematician, but I think that's like a 25% increase, which is absolutely bonkers. That's way above the 3% cost of living inflation increase. And then I got a book off my shelf and it was from when I first moved to LA. There was a receipt in there. It was like my first diner breakfast. And I looked at the prices and just compared. An omelet used to be $12, now it's $15. A friend came to town and I was looking for happy hour drinks because, you know, trying to save some money. And you know how Google Maps has like images? I saw an image of an old menu from 4 years ago. The happy hour beverages were $8. Now they're $12. Can you imagine 4 years ago thinking that $12 was a deal for a happy hour beverage? That's absolutely crazy. So like, what is happening here? Why is everything so much more expensive? Also, my health insurance is an extra $100 a month. So that's $1,200 a year. Like everything in the last year is so much more expensive. And again, is way beyond the 3 to 6% inflation increase that we should be seeing. So what is going on? Like, how are we supposed to stay afloat?
And this is the part that gets me. $20 an hour used to mean something. It wasn't great, but you could work with it. Now, depending on where you live, that same 20 barely gets you through rent and groceries, nothing else. If you're running on a single income right now, I'd seriously start thinking about how to change that. Doesn't matter what it looks like, a skill you can offer, something you can sell, any kind of side income you can add without destroying yourself. And in the meantime, every dollar going out needs to have a reason behind it, because waiting for prices to drop on their own, I wouldn't plan around that.
I'm about to show you $10 worth of groceries in America. Bread and eggs, $4.79 and $4.70 something or another. $10 for bread and eggs. Good job.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad anymore. There's no reason for me to be like, yay, America, like we're so great, we're so free, we're so powerful. I'm starving. I have to go without so that my kid can maybe have Pop-Tarts once a month. Shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't have to go like, let's see, we haven't had meat in a long time, because guess what? We can't afford it, okay? But yet we're the ones working every day to make this country go round and round. But we're not worth being able to have decent food or the amount of food that we need to have one of our family members go without. I'm done. I'm so done. It shouldn't be this way. And I know that it's not just this way for me.
If the price of shit don't go down, I'm about to start stealing again. I don't give a fuck. I said I was leaving that shit in 2022. But look, if y'all gonna keep making deodorant $15 for a stick, I'm gonna just have to start sticking shit in my purse again. I don't care. Because I can't go without deodorant, and y'all know y'all taxing for that shit. Like, come on now. Something gotta give. Everything is just too expensive for me. Every single thing. Like, it's to the point I be rationing out for deodorant. I'm only doing 2 swipes a day because I can't afford to do 3 or 4 swipes back and forth, because I'm gonna run out of deodorant too fast. Toothpaste too. And the thing is, you can find cheap shit, but it ain't gonna hold you. I'm not about to buy no cheap ass deodorant and be musty as all day. And I'm about to buy no cheap ass toilet tissue and that shit break while I'm wiping my ass, and I'm not about to buy no cheap ass toothpaste, and my breath be stinking after I done brush my teeth. Like, y'all gonna have to give. Like, and then it's like, if you do buy quality shit, it got poison in it, and the stuff that don't have the poison in it is too damn expensive for anybody to afford. Like, this shit is just beyond me. Like, I'm at the point, I'm either about to start stealing shit again, or I'm gonna have to start making my own shit. Y'all, like, the economy gonna have to decide at this point.
How do y'all enjoy your weekends when you're broke? Am I the only one saying this? But like, you ever work all week, you realize you ain't got no money, then the weekend rolls around, and you think to yourself, I can't enjoy it because I got no money to do nothing. I remember in the summertime, one time I was like, getting ready to go get gas to mow my lawn, and I realized I was broke and had to like take money off my overdraft, my checking account, just to buy fuel for my lawnmower. But I'm like, I just want to be able to enjoy my weekend and feel like I got a few extra dollars, or like when I'm mowing my lawn, I want to take pride in that. But I can't explain the feeling that you get when you're broke on a weekend. You just almost feel guilty for enjoying yourself.
Living in America is freaking ridiculous right now. 2 to 3 grand on average. You need to make 2 to 3 times that. $9,000 a month. How many people with regular bachelor degrees are even making that? No one. Not a lot of people. No one wants to live with roommates. That's not the answer. Everybody deserves a safe and clean space. There's no reason why so many people should be roommating, or you can't even buy yourself your own house. This is horrible.
And I want people to sit with this for a second, because the official inflation numbers and what people are actually experiencing at checkout are two completely different things. You don't need an economist to tell you that. You just need to look at your receipt. So practically speaking, one of the most immediate things you can do right now is move as many purchases as possible to homemade. Meals, drinks, basic household stuff. The savings compound faster than you'd expect. And for what you do have to buy, budget stores are genuinely underrated right now for dry goods and everyday basics. It's not about settling, it's about being smart about where things actually are, not where you wish they were.
Now it's $8.59, but look what it used to be. It was $7.69, but wait. Before that, $3.79.
$27 for toilet paper. Think about that.
Look, I know I'm a frugal fuck, but when the fuck did cereal start costing $9 motherfucking dollars?
Look. $10. $10 for a 12-pack of soda. That's all the brand.
$9.29 for 6 candy bars? Are you out of your mind?
Oscar Mayer is $8.29 for beef fucking bologna.
Man, ain't no fucking way for a 50-cent honey bun. They want $2.29 for
$11.49. $48.47 at Sam's Club for 4 steaks.
But I mean, $31.99 for coffee? I'm gonna switch to tea.
It's a shame that I have to consider getting a second job just to make ends meet, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Your main job is supposed to suffice for taking care of yourself. And even in my main job, I'm making over $20 an hour, but I'm still barely making ends meet. So I had to consider getting a second job just to make ends meet, and that's not how life is supposed to be. I really despise people that voted for Trump. And really, prices were still expensive under Biden, but they had a plan. But Trump, I didn't vote for him, but he's doing everything but lower prices, right? Like, he's not doing anything to really help the economy in a way for us that are suffering to make ends meet. He's not helping in that way. The only thing he's doing is making things worse. And life is not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be able to make ends meet, but in this economy, it's almost impossible without a second job or a second income, and that sucks.
And that right there is the pattern. People with full-time jobs, decent wages on paper, doing everything they were told to do, and still coming up short every single month. That is the financial reality for a huge number of Americans right now. The moves that actually make sense in the short term: attack your debt as aggressively as you can, shrink your overhead, and look for any additional income stream you can add without burning out completely. It's not about living less, it's about buying yourself options in a system that is making everything harder than it needs to be. Tell me what you're doing to stay afloat right now. What's actually working for you? Drop it in the comments, I genuinely want to know.